Hey everybody, Steve here, coming back again with another video for you all. If you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning viewer, appreciate you watching and coming back to the channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing a hike. This one's going to be at El Sereno Open Space Preserve. The trail is going to be called Aquinas Trail. So first I'm going to show you the best views of what I thought when I did the hike, and then afterwards I'm going to give you a detailed breakdown of everything. So first, enjoy the video and I hope to see you afterwards.
Original bad man, you don't know.
It's fake kills.
Standard. Body smoking like a cigarette. Oh, baby, I can smoke it all. Yeah. Say now you I want to see when I wake up in the morning. Say now you I want to feel anywhere that I be going. Baby, make you ginger me. And I go ginger you. I know that you're feeling me, and I be feeling you. Oh, baby, make you ginger me, and I go ginger you. I know that you're feeling me, and I be feeling you. Girls, them a random. Me I fit to turn them down. Anywhere we go, see them be hating now. She carry you. Her body amazing, oh. My baby, oh. I will love you forever, oh. Girl, for your body, I'ma risk it. I'ma risk it. Chop your body, girl, like a biscuit. Like a biscuit. Oh yeah, that come she jeje. No, they do me, she get. You wanna come move fair. Now you I want to. Body smoking like a cigarette. Oh, baby, I can smoke it all. Yeah. Say now you I want to see when I wake up in the morning. Say now you I want to feel anywhere that I be going. Baby, make you ginger me, and I go ginger you. I know that you're feeling me, and I be feeling you. Baby, make you ginger me, and I go ginger you. I know that you're feeling me, and I be feeling you.
So nobody better than you. I know. I say nobody proper than you. I know. Don't want go ahead, need your money, yo. Need your money, yo. Them they feel you from London to SA. We could do it my way, baby. Make you ginger me. I wanna feel ya. Anything you do, make I feel 'em. If I know if you do, I'ma go talk 'em. Baby, you rock 'em. No need for protein, baby. Love you, baby. Dagu, party.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. So now let me give you a detailed breakdown of the hike. I track all my hikes two ways. First through the Alltrails app and second through my Apple Watch. So according to the Alltrails app, it was 7.8 miles. Elevation gain was 1,588 feet. Moving time was 2 hours and 54 minutes. Total time was 2 hours and 58 minutes. Calories burned 1,514. According to my Apple Watch, it was 7.7 miles. Elevation gain was 1,628 feet. Total time was 2 hours and 58 minutes. Active calories was 1,086. Total calories was 1,427. And my average heart rate was 94 beats per minute. So the first thing I want to mention is parking. Parking here is very, very limited. It is just a patch of dirt. So I'm going to show a video here of what it looks like. It's just really just a patch of dirt that you just move your car in, and then that's a little parking space. So because it's really limited, I would recommend trying to go early to try to find one of these spots. But also, if you are going to come in early and park here, make sure where you're parking is a little bit more paved, because there are a little bit of dips that you can probably get your tire stuck. It happened to me a little bit. I was able to get off and come back home, but my tire got stuck a little bit just because there was a little bit of dip in between the road and the patch of dirt that you're able to park in. So for this hike, I will look at this hike as two legs. So the first leg is the first 4 miles, and then the second leg is the last 4 miles. You're starting at the peak of it, so that's how I was able to get those gorgeous views of the clouds kind of going over the mountains, because I was really already high elevation gain. I was able to see the clouds going over the mountains, and it was a really beautiful sight to see. But with saying all that, you're gonna go down in elevation as you're starting this hike. So the first 4 miles, you're going down in elevation, and then you're gonna have to come back up. So that's what really makes this hike difficult, is that second leg, because you're already tired from walking the 4 miles, or you're kind of getting warmed up. So I would look at the first 4 miles, it's just kind of like a warm up. Don't go too fast, kind of pace yourself, make sure you're feeling okay, because then you're gonna have to come back up the way you came. And if you are doing this hike, make sure you are wearing sunscreen or have the proper clothing. So for me personally, what I like to use is, I like to always, on my hikes, even if it's hot or cold, I like to use long sleeves and sweats, just because even though I am going to get sweaty and really, really hot, at least I'm not going to get burned by the sun. And that really helps me on my hikes, instead of feeling like extra hot. Yes, I'm really warm by my clothes, but I'm not extra hot from the sun, and I'm not gonna get sunburned, or at least I'm not scared to get sunburned. Also, it's really useful to have a hat as well. That's really, really helpful, just to be as shaded as possible, because there are gonna be areas in this specific hike where it's completely open, and the sun's gonna be beaming. So the time, depending on the time of day that you're gonna be going, it can be upwards to like 90 degrees. I think I went, it was like in the mid 80s. So it wasn't too hot, but if I were to do this hike and it was in the upper 90s, it would have been probably a lot more taxing. So please be prepared for the sun, because there are open areas along the hike. Overall, I think this hike was correctly rated on Alltrails app. I think out of 10 for my own rating, I'll probably rate this a 9 out of 10. If you want to include the parking situations, probably a 10 out of 10, just because that parking area is just so small, just a little piece of gravel. Your car can get stuck, which happened to me a little bit. I was able to get out though. But yeah, overall, this hike was for sure correctly rated as difficult. So for the people who I would recommend doing this hike, wouldn't be beginner hikers, because that would be super taxing, especially if you're starting out hiking. Probably for people who are a little bit more advanced or intermediate hikers, or who are as stubborn as me and just like the challenge and will continue pushing, because there were moments where I was doing this hike where I was like, God, this doesn't end. It just kept going with incline and incline and incline, and I knew it as I was walking the first 4 miles. You're like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to come back up, because this is an out and back trail. So I knew every time I kept going lower in elevation game, that I was gonna have to go back up. And also, one thing to note, you are going to another parking lot. So you're basically starting at that little parking lot, and then you're going all the way down to another starting point at another parking lot, and then you're just walking backwards. So I hope this was useful. If you do decide to do this hike, let me know if you do decide to do this hike and what your thoughts. Was I correct? Was my tips useful? Hopefully they are, just so you're not kind of like thrown and just surprised at all, because usually when I'm doing all this hikes, I'm just being surprised. Yes, I'll read some of the comments, but you won't know until you actually do the hike if the Alltrails app is correct or the comments are right. Some of the comments are really helpful on Alltrails app. Sometimes they're not. So it all really depends. But overall, I hope you guys find this information really useful if you do decide to do this hike. Well, that's the end of my review. If you guys like this type of content and this type of video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel out, helps me out, lets me know the type of content you want to see. Also, wait till next week, where I will do my food review that's attached to this hike. So obviously, one of the things that I love to do after doing these really strenuous hikes is I like to go eat something. So I have a really good place that I found near that area, near this hike. It was about like 20 minutes away. It's really good, massive sandwiches. So definitely, if you're doing this hike, you should stop by this place that I will mention next week. Again, go follow me on my other social media, Steve Hernandez SJ. When I'm posting here, I'm also posting there as well. And as always, please take care and stay safe.